take a look at now purchasing card analysis. We know as auditors, we have individuals all around the world joining this webinar today, and I'd like to thank you for your attendance. And I understand that at various different levels of the organization, each one of us reviews the purchase card program differently. I want to share with you just a quick analysis on how we could improve and import data in different formats. I actually brought in a series of purchase card data that we generated here, and I want to show you how quickly you could review the information. And as part of this presentation, let me just go back to the slide here. We're quickly going to summarize, we're going to append different databases together, and then we're going to look at data from, we've seen how we could perform analysis from a structural way, in a structured way. We're also going to look at data from an unstructured fashion, looking at things within the comment field. So if I go here and we go back to IDEA, I could bring in data in different formats very rapidly into IDEA. And once I've done that, I brought in a series of roughly 50 different purchasing card data, and I want to quickly append that into a master database. Now, if I had been working with Excel, I would have to append multiple workbooks and then do copy paste. And if this is an expense report for one person, and then you have to multiply that by 1,000 cardholders, that's a lot of information to try to compile into one spreadsheet. We could simply just open this database here and tell IDEA to select all of these tables. Go ahead and select all these tables, right-click and say append with the open database and call this master file. Click on OK, and it'll quickly append that data for us into a master file. Now this represents a file of roughly 172,000 transactions. So we're able to compile each one of these data sets for various different months and different users into one master data set, which represents here. And I'm just going to move these drop downs so we're able to visualize the information quickly. So we're able to see the different types of divisions, transaction date, card posting date, merchants, transaction amounts that was charged, what currency was used, original amounts, what was the original currency, what was the GL we used. Let's just say we want to make sure that everyone used the appropriate general ledgers within the scope of the analysis. This can be easily done. We could go ahead, and again, I'm using these examples through IDEA. I simply go under IDEA and say, you know what, I don't know how many general ledgers entry points I have within the system. I'm new to the organization, I haven't read my data dictionary, so I can't quickly identify how many journal entry ledgers that we have in terms of accounts. Can IDEA tell me that? Yes, it can. We simply go under key valued extraction and we say, IDEA, take a look at the general ledger account and find me every unique key within this column. And IDEA will quickly parse through the data and tell you, Rohit, we found approximately, it's going to parse through that, 298 unique keys within that field. Which ones would you like? I could tell the software to push this all in its separate database, or I could say, you know what, combine these GLs into their own separate database and push them out. I could perform that, and it quickly allows me to do that. Or if I want to quickly represent and view the information, I simply go under summarization, and I could say, let's summarize by GL account on original amount, and then click OK. And look at the various different GL accounts that we've used within our analysis, and see what our spend is per GL account. Now let's just say, you know what, excuse me, if you scroll down here, we stopped using this journal ledger, but it does show up in our report. If we quickly take a look in here and see the information, it shows me the information of that transaction and the GL we used. Now it could be a matter of, and again, Richard Chambers was great to introduce this blog very recently, talking about how internal audits should focus on reporting on incidents through audit reports, but also identifying root causes. So when we take a look at this information, we could then figure out, why did this individual put this through this GL entry? The root cause of this issue could potentially be just the lack of training. We just have to educate our business unit in regards to that. That quickly shows you on how we could review the information. But as I mentioned, we want to take a look at information based on unstructured data, and that can easily be done using IDEA. What we do is we have a comments field. Let's just scroll over. We have a comments field here called purpose. And I want to quickly look at specific keywords within this comment field where I want to go ahead and take a look at. We're going to go under data search. Oops. I'm going to go here and go to data search and look up the word gift in the purpose field. Now, I'm going to apply a wildcard. I don't want to just look for the word gift and it just shows me the unique variables of gift, but I want to see all variations of gift, such as gifting, gifts, or just the word gift itself. So different variation. Within the search function of unstructured data within IDEA, you're able to use various different Boolean operators, wildcard searches, proximity searches. This may be present in your current solution. If not, IDEA definitely has that available for you. Now, if we go ahead and take a look and say, let's look at the various different variations of gift, it shows us there is approximately, scroll here, shows there's approximately 231 ways that gift was represented in this series of transaction, and 172,000. Let's go to have a look and see if we see anything that stands out as an outlier. Now let's just say that this is a public entity, let's just say a government entity, and they shouldn't be using or giving gifts to anyone. So if we go ahead and take a look here, and we'll just say that's a policy within the scope of things. Let's go ahead and take a look at this data, and we kind of parse through it. We're looking through the issues to look for any outliers, but let's just go to one specific one here. Gift cards for clients. Now, if we click on it, it'll take us directly to that transaction, and then we could go and say, okay, what is this gift cards for clients? Now, remember, if this is a public entity, government entity, we shouldn't be supplying gift cards to clients or vendors. So if we go and take a look at that, look at this. It's an exact value of $3,000 purchased from Walmart. Maybe you want to go ahead and pull this transaction and look what exactly happened here and why do we purchase this gift card. Does it go against our company policies? Should we educate the cardholders to reemphasize the proper use of our purchase cards? So this kind of quickly shows you how we could take a mass amount of data and then scroll down to relevant information specific to our audit.